because I've realized that no matter where you are, or what you're doing, or who you're with, I will always, honestly, truly, completely love you.
Love, Rosie, also known as Where the Rainbow Ends, is the second novel written by Irish author Cecilia Ahern and published in 2004. The author debuts at only 20 years old with her first novel P.S. I Love You, which became a bestseller and was translated in 50 countries. In addition, the film based on the novel with the same name, Love, Rosie, was released in 2014. The film adaptation was presented at the International Rome Film Festival. The novel tells the story of Rosie and Alex, two children who met and become best friends at school. As the story progresses, their relationship becomes so strong that they become inseparable. Where Rosie was, there was Alex, and vice versa. It is with the arrival of teenage years that the two protagonists begin to plan their lives after high school. Their wish is to go to study in Boston, so Alex will have the opportunity to study medicine, while Rosie will attend an hotel management faculty. Alex decides to go before Rosie to Boston to start the moving, and it is at the time that, due to a cancelled flight, he will not be able to return to Dublin to go with Rosie to the prom. Rosie, although disappointed, decided at the last minute to go with Brian. This is the moment when Rosie's life changes irrevocably. It is her disappointment and momentary anger at Alex that drives her to spend the night with the last-minute boyfriend, thus becoming pregnant with Katie. From this point on, Alex and Rosie's lives will be told in parallel, but they will always stay in touch. There are many differences that we can notice between the book and film. One of them is at the prom. In the book, Rosie and Alex were supposed to go together, but as mentioned above, Alex couldn't get there in time because of his cancelled flight, which led Rosie to go with Brian. In the movie, instead, Alex confesses to Rosie that he was invited by Bethany, one of the most beautiful girls in high school, and Rosie, to mask her disappointment, confesses that she will go with Brian. Another substantial difference is found in this last character. In the book, Brian, the baby's biological father, will abandon Katie and her mother from the beginning of the pregnancy. Over the years, however, Rosie will date another man named Greg, who will become her husband. In the film, the character of Brian and Greg are merged into the same person, Greg, the father of the child and Rosie's future husband. There is also a plot twist between book and film about the pregnancy. In the film, Rosie hides the fact that she is pregnant to Alex a few months after the baby's birth, until Alex finds out by chance by making a surprise visit to Dublin. In the book, Rosie tells Alex what happened from the beginning, sharing with him the waiting for Katie's birth. As the years go by, while on the book Alex will have a baby with his partner Sally, who they will call Josh, in the film he will discover that the baby was not really his since he had been betrayed. Last but not least is the huge difference between the years that are narrated in the book and those in the film. Yes, the book tells about 50 years of the life of the two main characters, while in the film adaptation more or less 20 or 30 years are recounted. One of the most unusual features of the novel is its structure. In fact, Love, Rosie is entirely written in epistolary form. Precisely for this reason, the reader can find cards, birthday invitation, postcards, but also text messages, emails, and letters that exchange not only the two main characters, but also all the other characters. A feature that a reader not used to a narrative structure like this might not appreciate at first glance. So you find yourself not leaving the various moments in the step with the story, but knowing the fact that happened right away. Yes, it's unusual as a narrative choice, but there's no better way to really get to know the characters in the work, thus managing to understand all their deepest thought and catch the smallest but not insignificant details of the novel. With her choice, the author gives the reader a way to understand when and how Rosie and Alex become more mature as the years go by. But above all, who says that a romance novel can't also deal with important issues? There are many topics that Cecilia Ahern touches in this book, from friendship to the chasing of one's dream to being a parent at a really young age and love. But let's get more specific. Friendship. This is the first topic that opens the novel and will accompany the reader to the epilogue. From the very first pages, you understand that theirs is not just any friendship. It is one of those really rare friendships to find, which in my opinion is not even comparable to a fraternal relationship. There is complicity, but also chemistry, respect, and sincerity. No matter what happens in their lives, whether they will separate or sometimes be disappointed in each other, their relationship will always remain there, becoming the fixed point of the whole novel. The pursuit of one's dreams. Here, the undisputed protagonist is Rosie, who has also faced more problems. He has always been so fascinated by adults that she wants to own one herself, and with her dream of following Alex to Boston to study hotel management, she puts aside these dreams because of an unexpected pregnancy. But it will be the same person who, thanks to characters like her father, little Katy, and Alex, who never stop believing in her, thus encouraging her to follow her dream, will succeed in making these dreams come true. Now, we come to the topic of single mother, yet another problem, but also the most beautiful gift Rosie ever got. In the first part, and is also shown in the film, there is a kind of rebellion on her part because she didn't feel ready for all of this. The lively, festive, but also somewhat irresponsible Rosie wasn't ready. It's not very encouraging that she has to be a mother but also a father because the biological father will abandon both of them right away. So, Rosie is forced to replace the father figure that the little girl was not having, looking for a partner that she liked, but above all, that could be a father to the baby. Of course, no one was better sweet than Alex, and not surprisingly also Katy's godfather. And finally, love. The author, without a doubt, does not limit herself to describing the love relationship that can exist in a couple, but represented in all its nuance. Rosie's parents' love for her when she discovers that she is pregnant and when they try to make her feel as later as possible unable to live out her youth because having become a mother. The love of Rosie's father, who was always proud of her despite everything. Rosie's love for her little Katy, that love of a parent that no matter how young she may be, will always be beyond anything. And then, especially, the love between Rosie and Alex, that love that's been hidden for so many years, silent and even the most heartbreaking one, that love that kept the reader on his toes until the end, that made him feel like he was on a roller coaster. It's hard to explain what it feels like to read Love Rosie, but you are definitely facing mixed emotion all the way to the last page. The fear that the two of them never confide what they felt for each other leaves room for a feeling of anguish and fear. Yet it is only after 50 years that we can breathe a sigh of relief.